Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silversneakers Flex chair yoga class. Let's get started. Settle into the back of the chair where you probably are already. That's okay. Let that spine rest against the back of the chair. Open your eyes really wide. Scrunch up. And then let everything go. Settle back in. Feel the shoulder blades kind of tucked underneath you there, so the heart maybe lifts a little bit higher. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Half the battle is getting here, and so here you are. And go to your happy place, wherever that is. Just imagine the aroma, the sounds, the people. And today I'm not going to count for you, but let's take an inhale. You hold the breath, and exhale, and hold the exhale. I would say 4 counts, but I'm going to let you do that for each breath cycle. Finish that last breath cycle out. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. And then eyes open, soft gaze. Let's move out to the edge of the seat then. Great way to just come to breath awareness is to use that breath cycle. All right, out at the edge of your seat. Sit bones are right underneath you there. And let's see if we're on the tip of the sit bone. So I'm going to ask you to roll back towards the tailbone, pull that belly in. Find the tip of the sit bones and maybe roll forward. All right, so you're going to tuck that tailbone underneath you. And then tip of the sit bones, maybe lifting the heart. And again, scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone. Tip of the sit bones, lifting the heart, maybe come a little more forward of that. And one more time. Sit up nice and tall from the front of the sit bones. Find the very tip of the sit bones. You're going to settle back just a little bit. And then lifting up through the pelvic floor, belly in. The chest is going to lift a little bit. The shoulder, collarbones broaden. Put a little tuck in your chin here to keep the back of the neck extremely long. Let's take the hands to the heart. Smile on your face. Radiate that sunshine, all right? Oh. Tuck your chin towards your chest. All right. Maybe today we set an intention, which means what brought you here? What do you hope to get out of it? What do you want to carry with you? One word, one phrase. Set an intention. All right. And then eyes up. Hands down. Let's start with this cat and cow. So I'm going to surround my kneecaps with my fingertips. Deep breath in, lifting the heart. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath you, round the spine, look down towards your navel. And then again, you want to find the tip of the sit bones, lifting the heart from there. I'm going to say let's not roll forward and pinch the back, just tip of the sit bones and lift the heart. And then exhale, scoop the belly and back. Again, lifting. And down. One more time. And then up nice and tall. Slide the hands back by the crease of the hip. Let's push down on the thigh muscles. Lift the shoulders to the back and down. All right, and here we go. Circle them around. Okay. little crackling, popping, that's okay. Just no pain. And one more time. All right, so now let's deepen this. I'm going to slide the hands forward and around. And again. I heard some popping over there.
Yeah.
And again. One more time. One more time. So hold the elbows back. Press them back. Thumbs back. Yeah. Yeah. And then fingers up. This is that airport scanner. Come right back down. And again, touch the thumbs. Right back down. Two more. And last one. And all the way down. Now wash the wall. Split your fingers out here. Maybe a little wiggle. And I'm just rotating my upper body. Notice nothing. My legs aren't moving at all. I'm holding nice and still there. And again. One more time. Just leave that left arm or right arm over there, followed by the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Give yourself a hug and wrap the arms in a little bit more. Whatever arm you have on top, just notice it, all right? Tuck the chin. Stay here for a moment. Breathe deep. Give yourself a squeeze. So pull in on the palms of your hands. Give yourself a squeeze. And then we're going to go the other hand. So open wide. And close up. Tuck the chin. Same thing here. Give yourself a squeeze. Pull in on the palms. And then open wide. All right, now you may take the hands here or here. I'm just going to take a little tip to one side and then the other. What am I hearing?
Is that the sanctuary?
Someone's
It's the sanctuary. You know what? I think it's coming through here, so let me turn it off. You can keep going. I think we... So, I think that's Dale, isn't it? Oh, good grief.
Is it on?
Yes.
Yes.
And again.
That was very inspiring.
Both arms up, deep breath in. What am I hearing? Forward fold. You turned off your speaker too. I bet I did. I don't think I can use both of them at the same time. Bring in the heart forward and then circle sweep all the way up. All right. Deep breath in and come all the way down. Lift up on that right knee. So I'll talk a little louder. Yeah, it's one or the other. If I could run it through there, I could, but oh, and again. All right, we're gonna hold this leg up and then we're gonna push the wall out. Now, if you need to drop the foot down, that's okay. Switch, come on back, and then push, hold the wall up. So you're gonna feel the shoulder blades separate, and then you're gonna feel them come together. And again, push, hold it up. Come right back. One more time. Come all the way up. Okay, we're gonna hold it here. Just let it sort of levitate out to the side, all right? Out and back. So that range of motion is gonna work for you, that you're not moving, all right? And again, two more. Last one. Now come on back in, and now we're going to brush the ground. Reach way out as best you can. Let's leave it out there to the side, and then I'm going to turn towards that, and we're going to take this around the world on the diagonal. You'll hear Rice Krispies in your head when you do that. I do too. It's interesting. Okay, all right. Coming right back in. Walk this foot in. I'm gonna hold that other one up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hold the wall up. So full range of motion around that knee as best you can. Out. Come right back in. So now separate the shoulder blades. Pull the shoulder blades together. No, I know what we did. We did this, right? Yeah, that's right. Hold the wall up, pull back up, pull the shoulder blades together. Yes, out and in. One more time, out and in, and just let that leg hover. Out to the side and right back. So without moving the body here, just that leg is moving. And in. One more time. All right, and now we come back. Very nice. circle the earth. Lovely. And let's leave it out to the side, then we're gonna turn that way. And now we're gonna go to the right and around and up, because last time we went to the left, right? Correct? I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea, yeah. Yeah. All right, back to the front. Walk that foot back in. Let's take a little deeper stretch over to the side. I'm gonna use my left hand on the leg, reaching up and over, and then turn the palm to the ceiling. Come right back up. So we're gonna get into that armpit. Up and over. Reach a little further, but sink into that right sit bone. Turn the palm, rotate the spine, and come on around. Circle sweep. Feet underneath you. Hands to your heart, to the leg, to the chair, and up we go. Reach to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Look in front of you, then swoop down, pick up that little animal, all the way up. All right, grab a drink of water, and let's go around to the back of the chair. Come back once again into that mountain pose. All right, downward facing dog first. Step on back. Any movement you need, lowering the heart towards the ground, feet right underneath the hips. Turn the tailbone to the back wall, maybe turn it right and left. Taking the gaze over the chair, step in on the right foot about halfway between you and the chair. We're gonna come away from the chair first. Pressing the knuckles back, swoop forward. Come all the way back. So you're gonna work the back of that leg right there. Work at keeping that leg with that little micro bend. It's just not bending and straightening. Okay, you're gonna keep it the same. Push through the toes. That chair is there. If you need that to help you back up, use it. And back up. And one more time, we're gonna put the hands right there on the chair. Maybe your forehead will go right there. And just rest. Getting a nice hamstring stretch there while you do it. Push that back foot, back heel up, come up, sit back, lift the front toe. And again, push up and back. Now, if you don't need the chair, let's try one hand first. Or maybe two hands, reaching up. Or using the chair for any time you need to. Okay. Reaching up and down. Reach up. One more time, we're gonna step both feet together, reach to the ceiling, upward salute, and back to downward facing dog. So we get in the right position for that. Little breath. And then step that left foot in halfway between the chair and you. We're gonna come away from the chair. Hopefully we can do this. We're on the tightrope. We're off the tightrope and on the railroad tracks. Little micro bend in the front knee. Hinge at the hip. Reach forward and come back. So bringing the heart forward here. And back. Move with intention. You need that chair. Put 1, 2 hands on it. Last one. Nice, seeing everybody's face. Now we're gonna come forward, rest the hands, rest your forehead. And breathe. Square your hips up to the chair there. A couple of deep breaths. You should be feeling a nice stretch in the back of that front leg. All right, coming out of this, you're gonna push forward, lift that back heel. Come back, lift the front toe. And again, you may keep the hands on the chair. You can sweep them up. You can sweep them down. Use one hand on the chair if you need it. It's okay. Sometimes I do too. You're still working on balance. See if you can straighten that back leg and really work through those toes. Again, one more time. hold this upward motion here. Step that back foot in. Little upward salute. And let's take a forward fold. So I'm gonna step back just a little bit so I don't hit my face. Forward fold. We halfway rise. And circle sweep. Chair pose. Sink a wee bit deeper and then lift. So nice. All the way down. Lovely. Grab a drink of water. Can everybody in the back row hear me okay? I think that was Dale out there singing. I can't wait to tell him you were enjoying this music. All right, let's step the feet wide. We're gonna sink into the knees. Yeah, keeping the shoulders on the wall behind you. Let's take the arms out. We're just gonna circle them around. Nice, nice. And switch directions. Lovely. And now as we go side to side here, you have choices. You could certainly take anywhere here or take the arms out wide. I'm gonna look down towards the toes. So we spend a moment, stretch through the neck, pass through the center, drop the chin towards the shoulder. And as you do, I want you to notice that that kneecap is coming just about to the big toe, all right? In the direction of the big toe. So it's not coming inside the foot. And you've got that baby toe edge of both feet pressing into your shoe or into the earth. And again. One more time. And leave that right hand up there, followed by the left. Let's come right down to the front. All right, right hand pushes forward and the left hand, elbow pulls back. Pass through, maybe even brush the hands. Push forward, pull that elbow back. What I want you to notice is there's nothing moving in the low half of your body. So that knee isn't buckling in. Pass through, I kind of like brushing my hands there. Nice and slowly with intention, adjust that upper body. So nice, we're getting it, we're getting it. Lovely. All right, let's come back to goddess pose. We'll open the arms. How are the legs feeling?
I've been feeling them.
That's what's important, that's what's important. And then sink back down. And again, rise up. And as long as those shoulders are on that wall behind you, sink down. Once they start to come forward, you've gone too far. You don't need to do that. Just keep the shoulders back because we're going to hinge at the hip in just a moment. And again. All right, all the way up. Now, maybe push your chair forward. We're going to forward fold. I just don't want you to hit your face on the chair. And again, these are sunflowers. And again, and using the chair if you need to is just fine. Just switch. Use the other hand then if you're using the chair. And don't be afraid to bend your knees. So we're not just hinging at the hips. I need you to bend at the knees. And one more time. All right. Hands back to the heart. Turn the toes to the front. All right. And then put that baby toe edge of your foot on the ground. So press it into the ground. And then press that big toe mound and the ball of the foot into the ground as well. All right, left hand on the chair. We're gonna send those hips to the back wall. Holding on, use that chair. Pass through the center. We go the other way. The hips go right straight back. And you're looking over one side of the chair, getting a little inner thigh stretch, and then looking over the other side of the chair. And again, exhale. Beautiful. And again. Come right back to the center, arms out, turn that right toe to the right wall, and sink into airplane poses. Pat the, not the hangs. Warrior two. Pat the water here. And then uplift. Yeah. And then circle your wrists. All right, coming into a side angle, little slide, rest the wrist, and maybe this arm will come lined up the bones, wrist, elbow, shoulder. Maybe it needs to be here or here, whatever. Choose your own adventure here today. Maybe turn the gaze towards the arm. You start to get fine fall balance or knee balance, grab that chair. Nobody falls, please. big circle around. So going down as deep as you're comfortable, up and around. You can use your right hand on that knee, on that leg right there. Up and around. And let it pull us up to peaceful warrior, sun warrior. On a beautiful sunny day, reach to the ceiling. Nice. And then this hand is on the chair, thigh, maybe back right pocket for ever so slight bind. Toes to the front, arms out, thumbs crossed back, and we go the other way. So we're going to turn that left toe, resituate your feet. You may want to bring that left toe a little more forward, whatever feels good to you. Here we go, same thing, just touch. Look down towards the toe. Did we do this on the other side? No, I don't think we did.
Yes.
Did we really?
Yes.
All right. So from here, we're going to land in our warrior two. Find it, hold it, drop your shoulders. Let's do this. Lift the shoulders, drop the shoulders. And doesn't that feel much better? Do it again. Lift them, drop them. Really, really nice. And then pat the water. And then shush everybody away. Just play the piano. And then touch fingers to thumb. And again. All right. Now from here, little slide, side angle. Using the chair if you need to. See if we can get that arm up. So the shoulder, that's a wrist. Right under the elbow, right under the shoulder. And then the work becomes a little more effortless, I think. So nice. Rest right there. Okay, front knee is bent there, right? Because we're going to circle this arm down and around. Whatever is accessible for you here. This time we're going to let it pull us up to peaceful warrior. Palm to the ceiling, lifting up. Use the chair if you need it. Back to warrior two. Toes to the front. Walk your feet in. A little shaking your legs maybe. Let's go back to downward facing dog. Ooh, tailbone to the back wall. And then imagine somebody's trying to pull your hips up back and you feel that low back sort of get this lengthen. Breathe into the back ribs. All right, bending the knees, hands back on the thigh muscles. Let's tuck the tailbone around the spine all the way up. Shoulders up and down and around, coming into mountain pose. Nice. All right, shake out. Grab a drink. Come on back. Oh. All right. And from mountain pose, let's come back there again. Let's just take a little rock forward on the toes, back on the heels, maybe a little side to side. Just roll around the feet, outside edges of the feet. I don't know this for a fact, but if you're getting thumbprints done at the police station, they roll your thumbprint around, so they're sure to get all parts of it. I don't know that for a fact, personally.
Sounds good.
Funny that you brought it up.
I know. That's what this reminds me of. So I want you to get all parts of your feet on the ground here. All right, and then come back to the very center, right there. Put a little micro bend in your knees. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. So a little bend in the knees right here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. Push that breath forward and sink a little deeper. Shoulders on the wall behind you. right back in. Exhale. Up. Press forward. Shoulders back, shoulders back. Deep breath in, come back to it. Exhale down. So watch you're not leaning forward. When we push forward, press the shoulders back just a little bit. Bring it back to you. And down. And one more time. Press forward. Now let's hold this right here. Use the chair if you want. I'm going to let my right hand creep back. Now what I want you to do is look back to your knees. Has that right knee come back? Keep that right knee forward there. Come back to your heart. Let's go the other way. Same thing. I'm going to reach forward and back and look back towards your knees. Has that left knee come back? Press all parts of your feet into the ground and the knees will stay there as well. And come all the way back. Deep breath in. Back to downward facing dog. And maybe a little shake of your legs. Gaze over the chair, step in, step out, turn that right toe, and legs are going to be straight this time. We're going to come into our triangle pose today. But first, let's just keep the hands at the heart. I just want you to tip over as if you were coming into triangle pose. So those hips push a little to the left and then come right back up. And again, tipping over, I have a little micro bend in that knee, and you can bend it and push back up if that feels good to you. Go ahead and do so. You'll feel a nice inner thigh stretch as you do this. So this isn't upper body, this is movement in my hips here, all right? So my hips are going this way. We're gonna hinge and we're gonna stay there. Stay right there. So let's check. Front knee has a little bend in it, back leg is straight. We're gonna open the arms, and wherever they land, they land. That's your triangle pose. If you wanna deepen, you're just gonna push the hips to the right wall. Oh, left wall, left wall. Maybe turn the gaze. Spiral those right rib cage underneath you just a little bit more. And then reach to the ceiling, push on that front leg, come all the way back up. Deep breath in, toes to the front, star pose. All right, let's go the other way. We're gonna start right here. I'm gonna turn that toe, right toe to the front, left toe to the left, and hands at the heart here. We're just gonna hinge at the hip. Come right back up. Hinge at the hip, not at the waist. So, here's another good image that I like. Somebody sitting, putting their foot right here on this top, this crease of your hip right there, and that's pushing your hips over to the right wall. Again, hinge. Come right back up. You put a nice micro bend in that knee, or deeper bend if you need to get yourself back up. That's all right. We're gonna hold this. Coming here. So my hips are pushing to the right, and unfurl the arms. 180 degrees. Voila! Turn the gaze. Pull that belly in. Let that left rib cage kind of spiral underneath you there just a wee bit. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can touch the leg there, just no weight on it there. Maybe turn the gaze. I'm going to put a little bend in that front knee. Reach to the ceiling. Let it bring you right back up. Clap your hands. Drop them down the back. So right where you would find a zipper there, and then maybe take the gaze out. This may be a little tough. You maybe have to just put the hands on the shoulders. That's okay, but great tricep stretch. Tucking the tail downward towards the earth, the tailbone. We don't have tails. And release. Left hand on the chair. We're going to pivot around and lift that left heel. Reaching that right arm to the ceiling, the arm that's furthest away from me, right to the ceiling. Let's take this baby arc over towards the chair. Come right back up, reach that arm to the back wall. Yeah. And then rotate that arm back a little further and maybe turn your gaze towards the back wall. So nobody's looking at me now, right? Perfect, except Rosemary. All right, circle sweep, step both feet together, reaching skyward, forward fold, halfway rise. All right, we're gonna come into our chair pose right here. Be sure you can still see your toes and bring the hands back to the heart. Now this chair is right here at your left elbow, left hand. Drop your hand to the chair. Your right hand goes to your leg and turn and gaze to the front. Hi, everyone. How nice. Twisted chair pose. Yeah, lovely. Work where you can. Maybe here, maybe here. It's your call, but be careful. All right, let's come back. Look to the ground first. I always think that works better. Hands on the thigh muscles, tuck the tailbone and walk, and roll back up. Rise up on your toes, and we go the other way. Forward on the right, back on the left. Nope. Is that correct? No, forward on the left, back on the right. So that right heel is up. We're gonna come into our high lunge. One hand, now should you find balance, and let go with the other hand. That back knee is a little bent, front knee is bent, and I've got my back heel up. If that's too challenging, by all means, put that back heel down. Drop that hand that's closest to the chair, down to the chair. Take this little arc over towards the chair. And then we're gonna reach to the back wall, right? The back wall of your imaginary box, all right? And then look over that thumb, and then maybe add a little more rotation, looking back. Back to that left wall, circle sweep that arm, we're gonna reach to the ceiling, forward fold, that halfway rise, flatten the back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and come into that chair pose. Bring the hands back to the heart. Look, be sure you can see your toes here. And then we're gonna drop that right hand to the chair, you've got it there for balance, looking to me. So you're gonna drop that left shoulder underneath the right shoulder, maybe take that hand right there. Nice twisted chair pose. Twisted sister, my husband calls it. I don't know why. And you have lots of choices for your hand. You can simply keep it right there, back pocket or reach it. Belly in, you're twisting that spine, please. Lovely. Now, remember everything comes from mountain pose? Broaden those collarbones and see how that affects that. Yes, yes. Lovely. All right, look down towards the ground. Stand back up, deep breath. And let's come back to the front. We forward fold, halfway rise. And we're just gonna quickly circle sweep through that chair pose now. Reach to the ceiling, a little higher, and release back down. So we get a good side stretch. Shake out and grab a drink of water. Very, very nice. Drink of water. Oh, we must balance here. We're not gonna sit down yet. Come over a little bit to the right of the chair so you've got that chair handy in your left hand. And let's let that right leg slide forward and leave the earth. Curl the heel to your seat, send it back. Brush the ground, bring it right back up. Curl the heel into your seat and out she goes to the back. And again. Let's work articulation of that knee, the hip. The leg goes straight and back down. And one more time. Bring it in, out. We're gonna hold this back here. So put that micro bend in the leg. You need the earth for balance. Go ahead and drop your toe. Belly in. Remember, everything comes from mountain pose, all right? So the collarbones are broad in here. Watch that resist that urge to curl inward. Use the chair with the left hand. We're going to swing that leg in, grab your tights, your pants, your leggings, hold on, take it out to the side. And maybe you find balance here. Really feel those toes fire on in your shoes. Lift through the pelvic floor, belly in. Step up. Let's just step wide into wide standing mountain pose. That made me sweat. Close your eyes for a minute. Get your fingers near the chair if you need to. So we walk to the other side, toe heel. Why not, huh? All right. Brush that foot forward. Knee and heel to the seat and extend it out. That range of motion that works, gonna work for you, but really work through that articulation of the knee, now the hip, maybe even the ankle you're pushing back. I don't know, if you're brave enough to try it this way, go ahead. One more time, and then we're gonna hold this in the back, right there. Get that hand near the chair. Get the toe on the ground, if that gives you a little more balance. But straighten that leg as best you can, lifting that front body. That rush of wind is coming up the front. Here we go. Bring that leg in. Reach for your pants, your tights. You can grab under the knee if that feels better to you. We're gonna let that travel out to the side without the body coming to the side. Keep this foot flexed. That may help you do this. Stepping out wide. Mountain pose. Hand near the chair if you need it, so you can close your eyes for a minute. Come back to your breath. And say to yourself, good job. Good job. We're gonna slide down the legs. Tuck the tailbone, round back up. And then walk your feet together. And let's sit back down. Have a drink of water. Good work.
Yeah.
That was great. All right. So right leg up. And let's bring that right leg out to the side. So now it's up a little bit higher than it was, so we were seated there. And flex the foot. Belly in. Reaching out. Let's look over towards that thumb. Yeah. And then we're going to bring that foot in. Now you can leave it right here in front if you'd like, or you could cross it over. It's up to you. But we're going to go the other way. So you decide what you want to do. You want to cross that leg over or let it just hang right there. And then again, everything comes from mountain pose, so the collarbones are broad, belly's in, chest is lifted. Coming right back to the front. I am going to cross this over now, and if that's part of your practice, not part, then go ahead and put that foot down on the ground. That's just fine. Lots of great choices here to get a really good stretch in here. First one is really just to press that low back forward. It's just my usual figure four. Jackie's got it right here, so watch her do that. Yeah, she got it right here. Jackie, she's doing it. Okay, I'm gonna hinge forward the hips a little bit. Just a little bit, and I usually say don't forward fold. I'm just always careful about your spine when you do that, when we come into this forward fold. But if that's something that's been accessible to you, you don't have any osteoporosis in your spine, then maybe a little forward fold. Might increase that, might decrease it a little bit. And then bringing the heart forward, eyes come up, and we push right back up. Extend that leg out in front, hands on the back of the chair, lifting the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades. So we open the chest again. And come back to just seated mountain pose for a moment. Nice breath. All right, the other side. I'm gonna lift that knee off the ground. And take it out to the side and put a little flex on the toe right there. Reach, maybe look towards that thumb. And then coming back to the front, we're gonna put this hand on the leg. Now your choice, you can keep it right there in front, or you could cross it over, depending on your flexibility. And we're gonna go to the other side. Extend that, looking towards the thumb. And that side. Spine, hip, leg, everything getting a good stretch here. And then coming back to the front, I am gonna cross this leg over once again on the ground if that isn't accessible. Keep that foot flexed. Press that low back forward, maybe a little hinge, maybe a forward fold, depending on the shape of your spine. If you have some osteoporosis, I would say let's not do that. Just keep the spine tall. And to come out of this, bring the heart forward. You feel a little more stretch. Come all the way up. Extend that leg out in front. Whew. Hands on the chair, lift the heart. Squeezing the shoulder blades inward so you don't fall off the chair. All right. Beautiful. Both feet on the ground. Let's take this chest expansion, just holding onto the thumb right there. And maybe lift the hands towards the back of the chair, squeezing the shoulder blades in. I'm going to rest my knuckles on the chair there. And then coming back to the front. Let's take the feet a little bit wider. That great big beach ball is right here in front of you. I'm going to scoop the belly and round over. Now breathe into the back ribs. Take another deep breath in. Let them lift to the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly roll back up. Belly is in. Now, one hip at a time. Up and move back. Walk. Hip walks back. Find yourself all the way to the back of the chair. Snuggle that pelvis into the back. And let's extend the legs out in front. Whew. Nice movement in the ankles, the feet. Wiggle the toes. Let's get the fingers involved and the wrists as well. See who's tall here. Who is it? All right. And all the way out. All right. So reach for one toe, and then reach for the other one. You could drop that other foot down if that makes it a little easier. Little reach, little reach, and one more. All right. Both arms up. Deep breath in. Feet down, hands down, everything down. Settle into the back of the chair, and then. Mice on the ground, lift your feet. Ooh, you did good. Did you see her? It worked. And then release down. And then you're cold. And release. And then I just gave you a glass of lemon juice. And release. Settle on in. That's so good, Linda. Close your eyes. Take that necessary deep breath in. Maybe open your mouth and let go. It's up to you. But let there be a sense of relief, of release, of rest now. Oh my, deep breath in. As you long exhale, eyes open. Let's bring the hands together. Forehead, thumbs to the forehead, thumbs to the mouth, thumbs to the heart. Namaste. Namaste. And let the sunshine in. All right, I will be here on Monday, so I'll see you then.